Today's High Performance Podcast is brought to you by Josh Phegan Digital. It's where you'll find our revolutionary blueprint course. There's only one place that you can go from zero to hero over a weekend by watching the incredible blueprint. It's everything you'll need to be that $1 million agent. Prospecting, listing, negotiation, and growth. Broken up into short 15-minute pieces, skip to the content you need now or watch from the beginning to end. Only on Josh Phegan Digital.
Welcome to High Performance Podcast featuring Josh Phegan and Alexander Phillips. Alexander, we're going to talk about overcoming adversity, and this is a real skill for a lot of real estate agents. There are some people that actually go out there that they only see the highlight reels on Instagram, and they think that literally it's all amazing, everything's phenomenal and looks amazing on stage, but they actually sometimes think that literally you don't face any adversity because you've got that level of momentum, that maybe because you've got the title of being number one agent, maybe because you've done lots of transactions inside of your career. Does it get easier? Or is there adversity, and have you actually faced both personal and business adversity as a part of that growth path?
Yeah, thanks, Josh. I think as you get older, there's more adversity, and that's because, like, when you're in your early 30s selling, there's nothing. There's no girlfriend, there's no kids, there's no mortgages. You're just in there like selling houses. As you get older, you got family, you got wives, children, business partners, older parents. So things do change, and you get more personal issues. You might have health issues. I haven't, but you do get other distractions that probably do start to affect you in some way.
Which you didn't have in your 20s, right?
No.
So I do this breakup where I go, okay, great. Well, first of all, you've got life stages, so from cradle to the grave. Then you've got life events when something happens to you. Then you've got business cycles. How's the business going? And then after that, you've then got market cycles. They all play on your performance, right?
They all play. And every day I've got adversity. I'm not going to deny that, but it's more how you cut through it. And just sort of putting it in a box and moving on, which is good and bad because you can just sweep it away, but sometimes you don't address it, which you probably should. But I'm very good at doing that. And then there's so many things I've had that can affect you as a person, and when you're sitting in front of that person, that you're not going to secure that business because you're actually just sitting there in a daze and you're confused because you've had some crazy life event happen that could pull you back. And I think a lot of agents can't handle that, or they've got other issues, like they've maybe got a bank chasing them because they can't pay their car off. They've got, a divorce happening. They've got a parent dying, which I get all that.
Challenge with kids.
They're all really hard. And it's more, I suppose, making sure that you're really on for those times that you need to be on, which is probably a listing appointment. So, most importantly, and trying to spend 5 minutes out the front in your car, just sort of being that's what I do. I get fully prepared. Because I write notes on all my appraisals, so I go in with clarity. I don't go in with my phone, so you're not getting text that distract you, or calls or whatnot that allow you to at least have 45 minutes where that adversity doesn't affect you.
Yeah, it's interesting. Stutz has got the documentary. He's the psychologist and psychiatrist behind Jonah Hill, the actor in Hollywood. And he says, get the foundations right. He goes, if you think about it, you've got to have really good basic financials. Yeah. You got to have really good health. You got to have great relationships. And also in addition to that, you got to have great work. And what a lot of people actually forget is that your career can be the most stable component for all of those. So if there's challenges happening in those other areas, you can always go back to residential real estate. And that's what a lot of people actually underestimate, is that just how important this is to actually making sure that you're a really stable individual. When that adversity happens, get some help, talk it out, get some good people around you, mentors and people that are actually going to help you as a part of that. But ultimately, if you've got having a bad day, that does not need to show up when you're there at the listing presentation, and nor does it need to show up when you're there in front of the buyer and the seller. And I always say that to people, I might have phenomenal energy on stage, but will there be some flat spots? Absolutely. Will there be some points where you're going to be a little bit lower in mood? Absolutely. I just don't need to do that publicly. And that's a really important conversation, is to work about how you actually make sure that you're in the zone with what you're doing with your priming, when you're going to sleep, waking up early in the morning, doing some exercise, spending some time with your wife, being able to connect on those things that are important, and then going to the office with as good as energy that you can actually have to go and hit that refresh. Now, Alex, at this time of the year, one of the big things that you're known for is actually saying, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to maybe finish a little bit earlier, maybe go in a little bit later, but you also then get your past client list and you start ringing them between now and the middle of December December to actually make sure that you say thanks to all the people that have actually bought and sold with you over the course of the year.
I started that last week. My goal is 40 past client calls a day till the end of the year, till I go away. And I did 40 calls every day last, which is actually quite a hard thing to do when you've got 20 listings you're running. You're trying to negotiate. So you've got to do all of that, and then you've got to do these 40 past client calls a day, but I'm not leaving the office until I hit those. And am I getting anything out of them? Am I getting listings? No, but I'm touching them. And they're remembering me, and when they're ready, they're going to call me. And I'm just giving them a market update and a forecast and keeping in touch, and which they like, because I can see that we're really busy and they actually love those touch points. So, I'll make sure, I'll get 800 calls done. I think we're about 3,000 past clients. So I'm not going to get all of them, but I'll do my best to, get in touch with as many as possible.